to welcome all of you to the 4th Congressional District of Nevada and to welcome President Biden back to the Silver State. Over the last 3 years and 3 months since President Biden and Vice President Harris took office, and with Democrats in Congress, we have put people over politics. Because of you and the priorities that you told us to focus on, we've delivered by lowering costs for all families, whether it's capping the cost of insulin and prescription drugs, providing low-cost internet service to households, lowering health care premiums, or pushing through to forgive student loans despite roadblocks put up by Republicans, their lawsuits, and the courts. And because of you, it's why President Biden and Vice President Harris are focused on one of the most pressing issues facing families in Nevada, and that's the issue of housing. In my work serving on the Housing Subcommittee on Financial Services, I've remained laser focused on housing affordability, improving the supply of and access to affordable and workforce housing to everyone, teachers, hospitality and construction workers, students, as well as first-time buyers, seniors, and veterans. And I agree with my constituents who feel the rent is too damn high. Amen. 7 out of 10 of the most common jobs in Las Vegas don't pay enough to rent a studio anymore. And 70% of hospitality workers, culinary workers, bartenders, or servers can't rent a place of their own without being rent burdened, let alone achieving the American dream of homeownership. We must protect the American dream, the Vegas dream of homeownership, and we need to take on the out-of-state Wall Street speculators who are buying up our homes and driving up the cost of rent and mortgages in our neighborhoods. It's wrong. They come in paying cash, and they make it hard for all of us to buy a home or afford to rent. They drive up the cost, and all of a sudden, the families that have lived in those communities for years or even decades can no longer afford to live there. They evict tenants, particularly women and single moms, at a higher rate and lower the value and destabilize the neighborhood for everyone else working to make ends meet. That's why I introduced the HOME Act, H.R. 702, which is a bill that cracks down on these artificial price hikes, and it gives the Department of HUD the power to go after market manipulation in the housing markets. Yvonne in North Las Vegas says that because of these corporate speculators, she can't afford to buy a home right now. And she knows that she's not alone, saying that many of her family and friends are feeling the same pain. That's why this issue matters. We have to keep making progress on policies that focus on the people, that build up our communities instead of tearing them down. Whether it's by passing My Home Act or the President's announced strike force on unfair and illegal pricing, we will root out and stop illegal corporate behavior of corporate landlords that are hiking prices for families here in Nevada. I'm proud to stand with my colleagues, Congresswoman Lee and Congresswoman Titus, and we'll continue to advance all of these issues, including those by Ranking Member Congresswoman Waters on Housing Crisis Response Act, the Ending Homelessness Act, and the Down Payment Towards Equity Act. It's also why I joined a bicameral letter to the Federal Reserve to lower mortgage rates immediately so that more Nevada families, all families, can have easier access to home ownership. We have to come together to solve critical issues around housing. Let's continue to put people over politics and to get to work on solving these important issues. Thank you all very much.